Thank you. I want to thank my colleague, Congresswoman Spear out of California, and thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise also today in support of the FAIR Act and to bring an end to the secret arbitration process that silences victims of harassment and discrimination. This is a fight that we have been waging for years now. It's about doing the right thing and giving a voice to women like Jasmine Edwards. Jasmine is an African-American woman who was a co-manager of a Guess retail store. When she began there, she came to the store with 15 years of retail experience and was promised that she would be promoted to manager shortly. But then the harassment started. Her boss instructed the women at the store to dress sexier. He regularly made racist and sexist comments about employees and about customers. He'd stare at female customers and then share his observations with Jasmine. He would continuously make offensive remarks about African Americans and would claim they'd be more likely to steal from the store. And he even segregated employees by shift. His behavior was so concerning that even the customers noticed this and began complaining about him. Jasmine voiced her concerns about her manager's behavior, but rather than taking her seriously, she was retaliated against and she was accused of theft. There was no investigation of those claims against her. She was bullied, and eventually the stress was too much to handle, and so Jasmine had to resign. But she wasn't done fighting. She found an attorney, and she filed a complaint in court. But this clothing company, again, Guess retailer, now says the case must be sent to arbitration. Why? Because on one of her first days at the retailer, the company says that Jasmine agreed to arbitrate any disputes. And of course, the arbitration agreement requires her to stay silent about what happened. And under the arbitration agreement, it is the company-funded arbitrator who gets to decide what type of evidence there would be. And I would ask anybody here, what kind of justice is that? It will be no surprise to you that Jasmine would rather have an impartial judge hear her case, wouldn't we all? But that is not something she will likely be allowed to get. That is why we need to pass the FAIR Act now, because we've had enough. No more looking the other way when powerful men use their position of authority to victimize women. No more excuses for abusers just because of their status, their position, or their gender. No more telling women to stay silent or to get over it. No more.